Hey viewers, did you all know about the fact that Agartala isn't just the seat of the state government but also the third city in India following Mumbai and Chennai to be established as the international internet gateway? Huge, right? But still, do we have all the adequate information to know about the history and the past of this place? Unfortunately, we don't. But no worries, I have decided to dig up the past and share all the information with you all. So let's get started. Today's video is more likely to be an investigating one. Wondering why? Wait, let me tell you. As we all pretty much know about this fact that the royal house of Tripura claims their descendancy from the lunar dynasty with Chandra or the moon himself as the first king. Well, there are hardly any ruling house in India that can claim the privilege of 2840 years of uninterrupted rule. But are all these facts historically correct or simply jotted down? So, let us find out. Since this is an attempt to peep into the past with investigating frames through an academical approach, we require a plethora of texts, documents, evidences, interpretations and as well as opinions. And in that case, as Rai Bahadur Dr. Dinesh Chandra Sen quotes, from Shaka 1380 to Shaka 1850, we have a substantially correct history of the Tripura Raj, in which, in my opinion, presents materials far more trustworthy than the Raj Tarangini of Kalhana, which is a great remark on the documented history of Tripura. Now, after Dhruyu, the founder of the empire, many able and skilled monarchs were ruling over their subjects. However, possibly the first instance of interruption was noticed during the reign of a king called Mitari. A temporal setback was caused by the revolts of the internal feuds. This episode of internal revolt by the feuds marked the dawn of a gloomy period that casted its shadow over the history of Tripura. In fact, his successor Bari Barha made several unsuccessful attempts to conquer the old kingdom. However, he had to be satisfied only with the Kirat country. In fact, the ascendancy of a king called Chitrayudha on the throne opened the darkest chapter in Tripura's past. His pugnacious temperament frequently dragged him to the battlefield, where he and his younger brother both lost their lives. This series of political turbulences only added to the strength of the enemy and also compelled the minor king to flee from the country with his mother, and both of them sought refuge in the hermitage of sage Gautama. It was finally King Daitya who reinstated the fortune of the Tripura Raj by ascending to the throne as a direct and legitimate heir of the Tripura Raj family. Moving forward, another crucial spot is the split of the ruling branch among the successors of Trilochan. Here is the chart of Trilochan's family tree. As it is already evident in the chart, Trilochan was married to the princess of Hiramba, which is currently in Assam, and the king of Hiramba died without any male heir, which led Drikpati or Birsen, the first son of Trilochan, to succeed the throne. Meanwhile, Dakshamin, his younger son, fled the country and set up his sovereignty in Kalangma. In the following period, many historical wars and battles continued to take place. For example, the Battle of Meherkul, the conflict with the Kukis, etc. Misfortune overshadowed the royal house after the death of a very powerful ruler called Bijay Manikya. The former cook of the king, Gopi Prasad, a man from a very low origin, rose to the position of commander-in-chief through the good graces of the king and secretly conspired and executed the assassination of Bijay Manikya's son and declared himself to be the king under the name of Uday Manikya. However, as the Mughal period was persistent in India, a man called Nakshatra Ray ascended the throne under the name of Chhatra Manikya, and later one of his descendants, Jagat Roy, rebelled against the throne and attacked Tripura with the help of Naib Nazim of Dhaka. As European historians comment on this incident, they quote it as the province of Tripura, which from time immemorial has been an independent kingdom, became annexed to the Mughal Empire. After the attack of Naib Nazim of Dhaka, certain portions of the land were also conquered by the kings of Manipur, after which they took up the title called Takhel Namba, which means the victor of Tripura. Following this, the history of Tripura from the reign of Chandramani Thakur, who is also known as Mukund Manikya, is the history of tedious and interminable war with the Nawabs of Bengal, who always interfered with the succession in Tripura. One more episode of constant trail of disturbances began during the rule of Indramanikya, one more legitimate heir to the throne who couldn't rule peacefully even for a minute because of the constant disturbances infused in the kingdom by Joy Manikya, the dethroned ruler and the descendant of the previously mentioned Chhatramanikya. Following the demise of both Joy and Indramanikya, Joy's brother Hiramani Thakur ascended the throne under the name of Bijay Manikya, and it was during his rule that Shamsher Ghazi collected an army and attacked and ransacked the former capital Udaipur. Once Udaipur was completely ransacked and captured by Shamsher Ghazi, he declared himself to be the independent ruler of the state. However, the committed subjects of Tripura Raj refused to obey him as the king since he did not belong to the royal lineage. This compelled Shamsher Ghazi to maintain a puppet ruler who belonged to the royal house. This puppet ruler was none other than Labanga Thakur, who reigned under the title of Lakshman Manikya. This was the saga of a plethora of interruptions that took place when the monarchical phase was persistent in Tripura. In this video, I have covered the ancient and the medieval phase, which in the successive videos will be surely followed by the modern phase as well. So stay tuned. This is it for today. I hope it was really helpful and educational for you all. See you in the next one.